Here's the setup for episode 1, The Broken Omnitrix. Scene 1, Ben's room, late afternoon. The scene opens with Ben sitting on his bed, looking at his Omnitrix with a worried expression. He's just gotten the Omnitrix, and he's still learning how to use it. He's trying to transform into a new alien form, but something's wrong. The Omnitrix is acting up. Ben, trying to transform, come on, Omnitrix, work. I need to transform. Ben presses the dial on the Omnitrix, but nothing happens. The Omnitrix is flashing red and making a high-pitched beeping sound. Ben, worried what is going on? Why won't you work? Ben starts to panic. He needs to transform. He needs to be a hero. He tries to press the dial again, but the Omnitrix just keeps beeping. He's getting frustrated. He's starting to lose hope. Ben, frustrated, this is ridiculous. I can't even transform. Suddenly, the Omnitrix makes a loud crackling sound, and it starts to spark. Ben jumps back in surprise. He's never seen the Omnitrix do anything like this before. Then, worried, oh no, what is happening? The Omnitrix flashes brightly one last time, and then it goes dark. The beeping stops. The Omnitrix is broken. Then, shocked, no, it's broken. My Omnitrix is broken. The scene fades out as Ben looks at the broken Omnitrix with disbelief. He doesn't know what to do. He needs the Omnitrix to protect the world. He needs to be a hero, but now his Omnitrix is broken. Additional notes. Visuals show Ben's frustration and disbelief as the Omnitrix breaks. Sound. Use a more dramatic and intense sound for the scene. The beeping and crackling sounds add to the tension. Scene 2. Grandpa Max's garage. Evening. The scene continues with Ben sitting in Grandpa Max's garage, looking at the broken Omnitrix with a heavy heart. He doesn't know what to do. He needs the Omnitrix to protect the world. He needs to be a hero. Ben, disappointed, what am I going to do? I can't protect the world without the Omnitrix. Grandpa Max, who's been working on a project in the corner of the garage, looks at Ben with sympathy. He knows that Ben is struggling. He knows that Ben needs to be a hero. Grandpa Max, reassuring Ben, don't worry. There's always a way. I might have something that can help. The scene fades out as Grandpa Max walks over to a workbench in the corner of the garage. He opens a toolbox and pulls out a strange-looking device. It's round, metallic, and it has a flashing green light. It's the Ultimatrix. Grandpa Max, smiling, this is the Ultimatrix. It's a new and improved version of the Omnitrix. The scene fades in as Grandpa Max hands the Ultimatrix to Ben. Ben looks at it with awe. It's even cooler than the Omnitrix. It's a green and black device with a glowing green light. It's amazing. Ben, excited, wow, this is awesome. Grandpa Max smiles at Ben. He's happy that Ben is excited about the Ultimatrix. He knows that it's going to be a powerful tool for Ben. He's going to be able to protect the world with the Ultimatrix. He's going to be a hero. Additional notes. Visuals show Ben's excitement as he receives the Ultimatrix. Show the Ultimatrix in all of its glory. Sound. Use a more upbeat and inspiring sound for the scene. Ben's getting ready to be a hero. Scene 6. Santa Catalina Town Square. Daytime. The scene continues with Ben as Swampfire firing a blast of fire from his hands, hitting the Takadon robot. The robot stumbles back, shocked by the force of Ben's attack. Ben, as Swampfire, is feeling confident. He knows that he can defeat the robot. He turns to face the Takadon robot, which is now starting to get back up on its feet. Ben, as Swampfire, confidently, I'm not going to let you hurt anyone. The scene fades out as the Takadon robot fires its laser beams at Ben as Swampfire. Ben, as Swampfire, dodges the beams with ease. He's feeling confident. He knows that he can defeat the robot. He's got this. Ben, as Swampfire, thinking to himself, I need to find a way to take this robot down. I need to stop it from hurting anyone. The scene fades in with Ben as Swampfire firing another blast of fire, hitting the robot again. But this time the robot doesn't stumble. It's stronger than he thought. It shoots more laser beams at Ben, who has to keep dodging. He's starting to feel a little frustrated. Ben as Swampfire, determined, come on, Swampfire, you can do this. The scene fades out as Ben as Swampfire charges at the robot. He's going to take it down. He's not going to let it hurt anyone. He's a hero. He's Ben 10. Additional notes. Visuals show the intensity of the fight between Ben as Swampfire and the Takedon robot. Show the power of Swampfire's Fire Blast. Sound. Use a more intense and dramatic sound for the scene. Use a sound effect to emphasize Swampfire's Fire Blast and the robot's laser beams. Scene 5, Santa Catalina Town Square, daytime. The scene fades in with Ben as Swampfire standing in the middle of the town square, looking at the giant Takedon robot with a determined expression. The robot is attacking the people in the square, and Ben as Swampfire is ready to stop it. He knows that he has to protect the people of Santa Catalina. He has to be a hero. Ben as Swampfire, confidently, you're not going to hurt anyone on my watch. Ben as Swampfire raises his fists, ready to fight. He feels a rush of energy run through his body. He's powerful. He's Swampfire. He's ready to take on the Takedon robot. People cheering, go Ben, you can do it. The scene fades out as Ben as Swampfire fires a blast of fire from his hands, hitting the Takedon robot. The robot stumbles back, shocked by the force of Ben's attack. Ben as Swampfire is feeling confident. He knows that he can defeat the robot. Additional notes. Visuals show the power of Swampfire's Fire Blast as he hits the Takedon robot. Show the fear on the faces of the people in the square, but also show their hope as they see Ben as Swampfire taking on the robot. Sound. Use a more intense and dramatic sound for the scene. Use a sound effect to emphasize Swampfire's Fire Blast. The scene opens with Ben walking through the town square of Santa Catalina, enjoying the sights and sounds of his hometown. He's still getting used to being a hero, and he's eager to show the world what he can do. He looks around the square, which is filled with people going about their day. He feels a sense of responsibility to protect them. Ben, thinking this is it. Ben, you're a hero now. You've got the Ultimatrix. You're ready to protect the world. Suddenly, a loud crash comes from the other side of the square. People start to scream. Ben turns around and sees a giant robot wreaking havoc in the town square. It's a Takedon robot, and it's attacking the people in the square. People screaming help, a robot. Ben knows that he has to do something. He has to protect the people of Santa Catalina. He has to be a hero. He pulls out the Ultimatrix and looks at it with determination. Ben, determined time to transform. The scene fades out as Ben activates the Ultimatrix and transforms into Swampfire. He feels a rush of energy run through his body. He's ready to fight. He's ready to protect the world. Additional notes. Visuals show the chaos and fear in the town square. Show Ben's determination as he transforms into Swampfire. Sound. Use a more intense and dramatic sound for the scene. The crash of the robot and the screams of the people add to the tension. Scene 3. Ben's room, evening. The scene opens with Ben standing in front of a mirror in his room. He's holding the Ultimatrix in his hand, looking at it with a mix of excitement and nervousness. He's ready to try it out. He wants to transform into a new alien form, but he's a little scared of what might happen. He doesn't know how the Ultimatrix works completely. Ben, thinking, okay, Ben, you got this. Just like the Omnitrix, just press the dial and transform. Ben presses the dial on the Ultimatrix, and the device flashes green. He feels a rush of energy run through his body. He's transforming. Ben, excited, whoa. The scene fades out as Ben transforms into Swampfire. He is covered in green and orange scales, and he has a large head and a pair of glowing red eyes. He feels strong. He feels powerful. He's a hero. He's swamp fire. Ben looks at his hands. They're big and green and covered in scales. He tries to move his hands, but they're a little stiff. Ben as swamp fire, trying to move. Wow, this is amazing. I'm swamp fire. The scene fades in with Ben as swamp fire looking around his room in awe. He's never felt this powerful before. He's so excited that he doesn't even notice that he's accidentally knocking over a lamp. He gets so excited that he starts to jump around the room, laughing. The Ultimatrix flashes green as he moves, and he's getting the hang of using his new powers. He's got to be careful, though. He doesn't want to break anything. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. He's a hero, and heroes are responsible. Then as Swampfire, grinning, I am a hero, and I'm going to use this power to protect the world. The scene fades out as Ben as Swampfire continues to jump around his room, exploring his new powers. He's excited. He's ready to be a hero. He's going to use the Ultimatrix to protect the world. Additional notes. Visuals show Ben's excitement as he transforms into Swampfire. Show the power of Swampfire in all its glory. Sound. Use a more epic and powerful sound for the scene. The transformation is a big moment. Scene 7, Santa Catalina Town Square, daytime. The scene continues with Ben as Swampfire charging at the Tachydon robot. He's about to punch the robot in the face, but then he stops. He realizes that he needs to try something new. He needs to find a way to outwit the robot. He looks at his hands and starts to think. Ben as Swampfire, thinking to himself, I need a new plan. This robot is tough. I need to think like Swampfire. The scene fades out as Ben as Swampfire closes his eyes and concentrates. He feels a rush of energy run through his body. He's feeling a new kind of power. He opens his eyes and smiles. Ben as Swampfire, grinning, I got it. The scene fades in with Ben as Swampfire reaching out his hand, and a wave of green energy shoots out from his hand, hitting the Tachydon robot. The robot is covered in green energy, and it starts to grow weeds and vines all over its body. The weeds are wrapping around its legs, its arms, and its head. The robot is trapped. The people in the town square cheer. People cheering, go Ben, you did it. Ben as Swampfire, grinning, I'm Swampfire, and I'm here to protect you all. The scene fades out with Ben as Swampfire standing tall, feeling confident. He has discovered a new power, and he's going to use it to protect the world. Scene 8, Santa Catalina Town Square, daytime. The scene fades in with Ben as Swampfire, watching as the Tachydon robot is covered in green energy, and it starts to grow weeds and vines all over its body. The weeds are wrapping around its legs, its arms, and its head. The robot is trapped. Ben as Swampfire is feeling confident. He turns to face the crowd of people, who are looking at him with a mix of awe and relief. People cheering, wow. You did it, Ben. You saved us. The scene fades out as Ben as Swampfire smiles at the people in the square. He's feeling proud of himself. He's a hero. But then he notices that the weeds and vines are starting to grow out of control. They're spreading across the square. They're starting to cover the buildings. They're starting to take over the town. He realizes that he's made a mistake. He's lost control of his power. He didn't think about the consequences. He needs to stop the weeds and vines. He needs to fix this. Ben as Swampfire, worried, oh no, I didn't think this through. I need to stop these weeds and vines. They're getting out of control. The scene fades in with Ben as Swampfire reaching out his hand again, and he tries to use his power to stop the weeds and vines, but it's not working. They're growing faster than he can stop them. He feels a sense of panic. He has to do something quickly. He needs to think fast. Ben as Swampfire, thinking, what can I do? What can I do? The scene fades out as Ben as Swampfire looks around the square in desperation. He's not sure what to do. He needs to fix this. He needs to save the town. He's a hero. He has to do something. Scene 9, Santa Catalina Town Square, daytime. The scene fades in with Ben as Swampfire looking around the square in desperation. He's not sure what to do. He needs to fix this. He needs to save the town. He's a hero. He has to do something. The weeds are starting to cover the buildings, and the people in the square are starting to panic. Ben as Swampfire knows that he has to act fast. Ben as Swampfire, thinking I need to calm down. I need to focus. I need to control this power. The scene fades out as Ben as Swampfire closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. He concentrates on his power. He feels the energy surrounding him. He feels the weeds and vines growing around him. He needs to find a way to reverse the process. He needs to make the weeds and vines go away. He needs to control his power. He needs to be a hero. Ben as Swampfire, thinking I can do this. I can control this power. I can save the town. The scene fades in with Ben as Swampfire reaching out his hand again. He's feeling more confident this time. He knows that he can control his power. He channels his energy and lets out a wave of green energy. The weeds and vines around the Tekadon robot start to shrink. They start to wither and die. Ben as Swampfire is feeling proud of himself. Ben as Swampfire, smiling, see, I told you I could do it. The scene fades out as the weeds and vines disappear completely, and the Tekadon robot is now completely free. Ben as Swampfire looks around the square and sees that everything is back to normal. He feels a sense of relief. He's saved the town. He's a hero. Scene 10, Santa Catalina Town Square, daytime. The scene fades in with Ben as Swampfire looking around the square and sees that everything is back to normal. He feels a sense of relief. He's saved the town. He's a hero. He turns to face the Tekadon robot, which is now completely free from the weeds and vines. The robot is weakened but still functioning. Ben as Swampfire, confidently time to finish this. The scene fades out as Ben as Swampfire charges at the Tekadon robot, and he fires a blast of fire from his hands, hitting the robot in the chest. The robot stumbles back, and then it explodes in a ball of fire. The people in the square cheer and applaud. Ben as Swampfire smiles at them, feeling proud of himself. He's a hero. He's saved the day. Asterisk, asterisk, the scene fades in with Ben as Swampfire transforming back into his human form. He feels a little tired, but he's also feeling very proud of himself. He's done it. He's been a hero. He looks at the crowd of people who are surrounding him, all smiling and thanking him. People cheering, thank you, Ben, you're our hero. Asterisk, asterisk, the scene fades out as Ben smiles at the people in the square. He feels a sense of satisfaction. He's saved the day. He's a hero. He's Ben 10. He's ready to face whatever the future holds. Ending song lyrics. Music fades in with an upbeat rock melody. The scene shows Ben as a human walking down the street of Santa Catalina. He's feeling confident and proud of himself. He's a hero. He's Ben 10. He knows that he has a lot to learn, but he's ready for the challenge. Verse 1. I'm Ben Tennyson, a hero from the start. With the Ultimatrix, I'll conquer any part of this crazy world where villains try to roam. But I'll be there to save the day and bring them back home. Chorus. I'm Ben 10, a hero with a heart, protecting Earth right from the start. From aliens and robots, I'll always stand tall. I'll be the hero, answering every call. Verse 2. With Swampfire by my side, we'll make a mighty team. Stopping villains, saving lives, it's our greatest dream. And Carly Shay, my girlfriend, she's got magic too. Together, we'll be unstoppable. It's true. Chorus. I'm Ben 10, a hero with a heart, protecting Earth right from the start. From aliens and robots, I'll always stand tall. I'll be the hero, answering every call.